The DC Extended Universe is about to get a whole lot bigger. Life is good, DC Comics fans, but it could be better. Are you someone who wanted an even bigger, more expansive cinematic universe starring all your favorite characters? Are you tired of getting only 1 to 2 DC Comics films per year? Well, you don't need the Dreamstone to make your wishes come true. According to DC Films chief Walter Hamada, the DC Extended Universe is about to get way bigger. Fresh off the simultaneous debut of Wonder Woman 1984 in select theaters and on HBO Max, as well as the announcement that Wonder Woman 3 is being fast-tracked, DC Films head honcho Walter Hamada sat down with the New York Times for an interview about the future of DC Comics on the big screen and the small screen. So according to Hamada, beginning in 2022, DC Films will produce up to 6 movies annually, 4 big-budget films designed to release in theaters, as well as 2 smaller-scale films targeting, quote, riskier characters like Batgirl and Static Shock, end quote, that will go exclusively to HBO Max. Now, considering that HBO Max has a reported 12.6 million subscribers compared to Netflix's, say, 195 million subscribers, it makes total sense that Warner Media wants to leverage their incredibly valuable superhero IP to drive subscriptions to their streaming service. After all, we might be stuck at home for quite some time. It's also a driving factor behind the sudden glut of HBO Max TV spin-offs like Peacemaker, The Amazons, and Gotham Central, which tie into the Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and the Batman respectively. Every new DC project is being developed with a TV spin-off version in mind as well. And while Doctor Strange may be heading into the multiverse of madness over at Marvel, DC is continuing to embrace the parallel universe model of storytelling they perfected with the CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths event. Now, according to the Times, future DC Films projects will feature, quote, parallel worlds where different versions of the same character exist simultaneously, end quote, including 2 different film sagas involving Batman played by 2 different actors running at the same time. What's that, you say? Another Batman movie? I'm surprised. Now, before you start speculating, it's entirely possible this is referring to Robert Pattinson in The Batman and the Batmans we're going to see in the Flash movie, because later in that piece, the Times mentions that Wonder Woman takes place on Earth 1, whereas new incarnations of familiar heroes like Robert Pattinson as Batman will take place on Earth 2. And the Flash movie will feature returning Batman actors Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton and provide a narrative bridge between these 2 disparate universes. Now, that said, we could easily see another new Batman movie in the works, maybe like a live-action Batman Beyond? Huh? Anyone? Just me? Okay. So what's actually coming down the boom tube? Well, thus far, Warner Brothers has announced Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Suicide Squad, the Peacemaker spin-off series, the Batman, the Gotham Central spin-off series, the Flash, Aquaman 2, the Trench, Aquaman spin-off film, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Black Adam, Wonder Woman 3, the Amazon spin-off series, a Green Lantern core TV series, a Green Lantern movie, a Justice League Dark TV series, Batgirl, Static Shock, and the New Gods. Wow, that's a lot. Now, previously, reports indicated that Plastic Man, Supergirl, Nightwing, Lobo, Blackhawk, and Cyborg movies were all in development as well, but whether or not they're still stuck in development hell or just dead in the water, that remains to be seen. As for the $70 million question, will Zack Snyder be involved in DC Films projects moving forward, the answer for now at least seems to be no. After the Snyder Cut of Justice League debuts on HBO Max as a 4-hour miniseries in March, there are no reported plans for Snyder to take the reins of future DC Films projects, but hey, anything could happen. Now that said, with tons of DC TV series like Superman and Lois and Wonder Girl in the works, as well as plans in place for both the big screen and streaming services alike, DC Films' future could finally be looking even brighter than a fireworks display on the 4th of July, as seen from the cockpit of a questionably visible jet. Now we'll continue to report on this story as it develops and keep you updated on Nerdist.com as well. In the meantime, though, tell me, folks, what do you think of all of this news? Is the multiverse model the right way to go for DC Films? Which DC Films project are you most excited for, and why?
Well, I'm not sure.
Let us know in the comments below, and for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, make sure you stay tuned to Nerdist.com.